Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back reacting to episode 2 of The Wheel of Time. Pretty happy about how episode 1 has done on the channel so far. You guys have shown it a lot of love. Thank you for all the returning people. If you're new to the channel, my name is Derek. I watch TV shows that I think might be good. And then you guys decide if my videos are good. You know, most of you are like, they're okay. And I agree with you. But yeah, I'm pretty much a total newbie to the Wheel of Time, but the first episode I really enjoyed. I'm really interested in kind of delving into this world and these characters and just learning more about them, and I'm really excited to keep watching. Last time we met like the main cast of Moraine and Lan and Rand and the other ones, Matt and Perrin and the girl Gawain, right? We met all these people, and then their whole town was just like devastated by these Trolloc things. And so now they're on the way to the White Tower, I think. And then they're gonna try and find out like who is the Dragon Reborn among these people. I think my top guesses right now are Rand, number 1, or Gawain. I think they're kind of like top 2. I don't know if any of the other two have any. I feel like they're not focused on enough within the show for it to be them, right? Like, makes sense. But yeah, they escaped, and there's like a trillion Trollocs coming after them. We don't know what happened to Nanayan or whatever her name is. The wisdom, she got carried off somewhere. Hopefully she's fine. But otherwise, we're going to find out what happens real soon. Before we jump into this second episode, please consider leaving a like on the video. Helps my channel out a ton. Makes me feel good on the inside. If you're new here, consider subscribing, especially if you want to see me continue to react to The Wheel of Time or any other show that I'm watching on the channel. You know, stick around. And then if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, consider supporting me on Patreon. I post all my full uncut reactions in watch-along format over there. On Patreon, you can also become a super supporter and get featured in every single one of my videos. But other than that, let's jump into episode 2 of The Wheel of Time.
Have you ever tried this?
What was that? Slug? A frog? You're bleeding. Don't know if that's his blood or the thing he ate's blood, but... Ooh, what happened to her?
There's a brutality.
Oh my god, cut off her hands.
Because the flavor doesn't come only from the bird.
Is she a witch?
Bones and beef.
God. Oh, is she a Aes Sedai or whatever? So these people don't like magic people. Oh man. He's taking out quite a few of them. Brutal. Who is this guy? He seems like a not good dude. I don't trust him, especially with his all white clothes. He's bad juju. Rosamund Pike. Ooh, we're getting an actual title sequence this time? The strands on the loom of fate. Kinda looks like a loom. Creating a tapestry of time. I don't know what any of that means, but it's probably all significant. Trotting along. Can they swim? Like, can the Trollocs swim? It's a yes. Yes, they can. They're not far behind. Oh my god. Yeah, man. Sorry, you're never going home again. They're gonna burn down your house. You have to stay on this side. You know, you would think that eventually these things would learn how to swim. Spooky. Don't like that.
What? No, no, my family.
There's no going back.
Bruh, they're
My
gone.
son is on his way already. He'll be there.
I can't allow it.
Yup, sucks to suck, bruh. You're done.
The white
Well,
cloaks are right. You are to die.
the white cloaks.
Monster.
Are the white cloaks the people we saw at the beginning who are killing the Aes Sedai? Oh no. Okay.
We need to help him.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's super done. He's Gonzo Garbanzo Beans. I said that last time too, but it's stuck in my head now. Awkward. I almost knocked my water bottle over. What is she doing?
They need their strength.
So do you.
Is she giving some of her strength to the horses?
My Neve get taken. One of those things just picked her up and tossed her away like she was nothing.
Yeah, but we didn't see her body, so she's 100% alive.
Now sleep. You're going to need it. We leave at first light.
Yeah, I'd get some sleep. Don't go against what this lady says. She'll kill you.
1. To speak no word that is not true. 2. To make no weapon with which one person may kill another.
Okay.
3. Never to use the One Power as a weapon, except in the last extreme defense of her life, or the life of her warder, or another Aes Sedai. These oaths are bound. I did not kill that ferryman. He wasted his own life on a foolish cause.
He was just trying to get to his family.
If I had allowed him to take his ferry and cross the river, what would have happened?
He would have gotten ripped apart.
Look at its surface. It's clear and opaque, like the water of a river.
Ooh, it's got some magic coming out of it.
Imagine yourself. Let it take you. No thoughts.
That's what
Just let yourself drift.
that's what she did in the river when they threw her off the cliff.
There are no drift.
I thought I felt something, but
You thought you felt something?
First two,
It was
those are mine. That last, that was yours. And yours alone.
oh. I was like, what? It was doing stuff. What do you mean you thought you felt something? Dang, they're really into each other.
I came out here to be alone.
From her though?
Egwene,
it's all right. I understand.
Bruh. Don't cock block yourself. When a pretty girl lays down next to you, you don't say, I wanted to be alone. You just go back to sleep, man. You take a nap together. Oh. My man.
Perrin,
You should ask Moraine to heal you.
Do you think we'll ever go back?
No. Not a chance. This ain't the Lord of the Rings. You ain't coming back in fancy clothes to your rinky-dink town. Heyo, what? You just pull a bat out of your mouth? Why? Why would that happen? It's a silhouette of it. Nothing bad. Okay, so is he the Dragon Reborn? I mean, he has to... He's the Dragon Reborn and he's got to walk the line of going crazy and turning to the dark side or making the choice to be good?
No.
Is that what that means? Oh my god.
How did?
You saw them too.
But it was a dream.
Yeah, but one came out of your mouth, man.
Dreams have power. More than you know.
Yeah, when you dream things, they happen.
Horses arrested.
No! Where are we going?
She sees something in him.
Those monsters killed Nynaeve and Layla and half the people we've ever loved.
Awkward. He killed Layla.
If I were her, I'd leave you behind too.
You already did.
Savage. Ooh. Why are you being so mean?
Don't be an ass.
Yeah,
We've got each other. Till then.
but she's keeping you
Shoot
alive.
fireballs, so let's try it and stay on the good side.
I agree. Matt's like the logical one. He's like, bruh, I get it. She kind of sucks, but without her, we'd super be dead.
It's a dangerous time to be on the road. War
Yeah.
in the south,
Well,
the Aes Sedai, heading in force from the White Tower.
why are your clothes so wet? Ooh, that's the angry one who kills people.
Did you say you were from? I didn't. But I'm from the borderlands, where men know how to keep their hands to themselves.
Oh,
Yes, they do, sir.
snap. Saying, quit touching my girl.
Search the horses.
My platonic girl. Non-romantic. As I have been informed in the comments.
Sorry, sir. It's a wound. Pain it.
Oh yeah, she took a knife to the chest.
What happened to you?
Trox this for ourselves. The Dark One's eye is truly upon us. What was the name of the town when you came? We children try to steer clear of the Aes Sedai where we can. When you get to Whitebridge, find one. Only one of those women can heal this wound.
Light be with you.
The light is always with you. It needs no instruction. I will not forget your faces should
Okay.
we meet again.
So, they are the religious zealots of this here land. They believe that the light needs no instruction, and so since the Aes Sedai instruct, then they are heretics and worthy of death.
We will always tell the truth. It just may not be the truth you think you hear. So listen carefully.
Interesting. But you did also say you came from what the Farron whatever, the other town that you definitely did not come from. So bridge from a former life in disarray. So the new age comes and they just like abandon all their stuff. They're like, we don't need this stuff anymore. Bridges, screw that crap. Back to caveman days.
Oh, the footsteps of our father, trail placed by our mother. They bought the land with their blood. Long ago, King of the Netherlands, weep for the blood of Aemon, cry for the Netherlands. Long ago.
This is a nice song.
Their king, Aemon, like in the song, had sent messages to the neighbors they'd fought for in the past, and they were promised aid if they could hold for 3 days. And somehow they did. For 9. And on the 10th day, they knew. They knew no help was coming.
It's probably not good.
A hurricane of fire washed across the land. The Dark One's hosts ran like beasts, but they were not fast enough, for the flames caught them, consumed them, and they held the land that was theirs. That is why the song says weep. Weep, weep for Manethrin. Weep for what is lost forever. The old blood runs deep in you. Remember that.
She's really hyping them up. She's like, you are descended from badasses, and you gonna have to step up into the shoes they left.
Do you want to talk about it?
How you said you would have left him behind?
Come on, Rand.
What he wants.
That's pretty rude.
I'm not going to be Nynaeve's apprentice because she's dead. And so is Layla. And here we are. In the
Yeah,
middle
but
of
you
nowhere,
still made the choice to be done with him.
And I just want you to look at me.
Like, he's still aware that you made the choice. Just because your bridge forward was destroyed doesn't mean you got a bridge back. He needs some healing, but he's not going to ask Moraine to heal him because she's already, like, on her last legs right now. Oh, no. That's no bueno. They sense death. And they're coming for you, boy. He's gonna have to fight an entire pack of wolves. Or is he just gonna, like, tame these wolves with his mind? What the frick? Alright, every wolf come lick him a little bit. Consume some of this poison, and he'll be fine. Oh no, that's
You have to move.
how'd they get there?
What's happening?
I don't know, she just stopped.
Steady, steady.
The horses won't go in there? Ooh. That's like a giant wall.
Wait, look, the Trollocs. Why are they all just standing there?
They're scared. Or they know you're trapped, one of the two. She said this was like the Fallen City or like the Shadow City or something like that. Looks like, can't tell if that's like dirt or fire.
There's no birds.
It is said that evil itself grew from the city's heart and consumed everyone and everything that lived.
So why'd you come here?
It's been abandoned. Touch nothing. Eat only the food you brought.
Bruh. This man's already having self-doubts inside his head. Don't bring him to evil planet. Alternatively, maybe they could solve the mystery of what went down here and this town would be Gucci again. Kind of pretty. Oh, he's
So-
crying.
Still. To save my life. Or the life of someone that I loved. Although, to be perfectly honest, can't see how anyone could reasonably blame me for any of this.
That's fair. You're kind of a saint, brother. You can do no wrong. Okay. The horses are not having fun, which is generally a bad sign. Don't follow that. No. That's rule number one of things that you know are potentially spooky in a ghost town is don't follow anything. Anytime there's a shadow moving anywhere, you go right back to where you came from and you alert your friends. Lest ye be killed. So, oh, that's a box. You don't want to open that. He said don't touch anything. Oh, Matt, No. My boy. That is not something you want to play with. Never open boxes in spooky ghost towns, especially if they're, you know, fancily ordained boxes. Oh, that's... No. Never pick up a fancy dagger in a ghost town. It's cursed. That thing is cursed. Don't put it back. You just... Oh, yeah, you just stirred... That horse is dead. That horse is dead. You just stirred some shiz up. Oh my god. Oh my god. He just turned that horse to ash. That's what's around this whole town is it's like burnt ash type stuff.
Where are we? You've killed us all.
Oh no. Is that statue gonna come to life now?
Hey, come on!
You should put that dagger back where you found it.
Hurry! Hurry!
Yo, climb. Just climb. Dude, bro, climb. It's not that high. Is there water? You're gonna have to yeet yourself off this cliff. Is that water? That's a long jump.
You ready?
Yo, that's like a 1,000,000,000,000-foot fall. Ain't no way. You break your legs. My mans, you should not have touched that dagger. It woke everything up. This chick needs some help, bruh. She's about to die.
If you don't take me to them right now,
Oh,
I'll slit your throat.
what's up, girl? Did you follow them here? How'd you get here? What the frick? Okay. Another great episode. This one left me with a lot of questions, though. But this one definitely had very much Fellowship of the Ring vibes. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Where like they're trying to. It's like this whole episode was the sequence where the hobbits are trying to escape the ring wraiths, and like it even had like the exact like jump on this ferry and then they can't follow you across the water. It's just like, worked great. They didn't get to a fancy inn where they met Aragorn though, which was a bummer. But they did come to this creepy ghost town and we don't know anything about that. But yeah, okay, so right off the bat we meet the White Cloaks who don't like the Aes Sedai. At least most of them. Like, the one dude seemed kind of chill. But this dude, the black guy, he seems like a real zealot. And he burned this Aes Sedai alive, cut off her hands. So I'm guessing that there's like a religious element surrounding the one power or whatever, like the light or whatever you call it. So, the Aes Sedai kind of, wield it and control it in a sense. And I'm guessing this group is like, hey, it's holy. You're not allowed to make it do what you want. And if you do, you're like a heretic. That's blasphemy. And so we're going to kill you. So that might make sense to why they hate them. And straight up cut that chick's hands off so she can't use magic, and then took her ring and burned her. Not good. They kind of remind me of like, you know, Crusades, you know, Catholics, you know, they got super white robes, like, so, and they're out in the wilderness, so, you know, if their stuff is real white, that they've been doing some bad juju, because nothing stays white like that without some other people getting hurt to make it white. But yeah, then they're trying to escape from the Trollocs, and they jump across the ferry, and this ferryman's like, bro, I gotta go get my family. And it's like, dude, how do you not look at your house right now and see 1 trillion monsters just like hanging out? You try and swim back there, they're gonna kill you. I mean, your best bet is to hang out on this side of the river, and then after that, when all the Trollocs leave to go to that other crossing, then you can go back and check to see if your family's Gucci. But you don't jump back there in the meantime. Like, that dude got himself killed. That was his fault. But that sows some doubt in the rest of the crew, where they're like, yo, what's going on? And then she meets with Gawain in the woods at night and is like, you need to tap into this power because you're a girl and you can. You could be an Aes Sedai if you wanted. You know, the wisdoms are tapping into the one true power. Like, you think you're listening to the wind, but really the wind will listen to you. I don't know if her showing favoritism towards her is like outright saying like she believes she's the one, because that would be interesting. I think, you know, I think she could be the one, but I think weirdly it was also giving off the vibe that Rand was the one. Like, he seems to be the one with the most internal conflict about what they're going to be doing. Like, he had a bat come out of his mouth. And then the spooky man. I mean, I know everyone else saw the spooky man as well, but like, he seems to be like a lot of what is going down, at least in the second episode. There seemed to be a hinging point on his emotions regarding the situation. So this could very well be a situation of like, he is the one, like he's the Dragon Reborn, and whether or not the world is like saved or whether or not the world is not saved or even like destroyed may hinge upon which side of the line he falls on in the end. So that would be very interesting. And he's very upset. You know, he feels Gawain left him behind, which is kind of true. You know, she's trying to be like, oh, everything's the same as it was, you know, because like her opportunity to become a wisdom is gone now. So she's essentially like, oh, like, it's fine, I can't do that anyway, we can go back to being in love and, you know, start a future family or whatever. But he is like, yo, you already made the choice, you already left me behind, like, what are you talking about? like of course he's mad at her and not looking at her. Like, you literally told me you made the choice. Like, you said your goodbyes to our future. Like, what do you mean? Like, how are you trying to act like everything's fine, coming in laying down next to me? No. Like, you deemed this other thing more important than us. And so I feel him. You know, she burned that bridge behind her, and then as she was walking forward, the bridge collapsed in front of her. And she's trying to walk back and be like, hey, why don't you love me? He's like, bruh, I could never hate you, but I'm just like, it's not the same, right? Like, you left me behind. Figuratively. Then they meet these white cloaks and they have to pretend, and she tells the truth or whatever. She tells the truth. And the one gray-haired dude, he seems way more chill. Like, this is just his job. He's like, technically he's part of this crew, but he's like, dude, I'm just here because they pay me. You know, I kind of believe what's going down, and, you know, when it comes down to it, I might be a dick about things, but like, I'm just generally gonna be chill. But his friend, the black guy who is the murderer, he seems to be the one that's really invested. He's like, oof, let me feel you up real quick. And Lan is like, bro, I will cut your hands off. And they escape, but they didn't trust her, so they're heading south, probably to Two Rivers or wherever, and they're gonna find out all these Trollocs came after them. We learn the tale of their ancestors in Two Rivers, and how they fought for 13 days against this Trolloc army, and they were supposed to get help from this town, and it never came. And because of that, the citizens of this, well, maybe not because of that, but the citizens of that town, you know, maybe the reason that they didn't come to help is because they were already dead, due to whatever evil took them, or maybe the evil took them because they didn't help. They went back on their promise. Kind of like in Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. So the people of the mountain were it's kind of reversal. The people of the mountain in Lord of the Rings were, you know, made an oath to fight for this army, and then they didn't fight, and so they became cursed after death and became ghosts. In this situation, maybe, you know, the people of this fancy city said they would help the people of the mountain and didn't, and so then they were cursed and yada yada yada. Another interesting thing happened. Perrin seemingly like tamed some wolves in the wild, just kind of stood there and let the world flow through him. I don't know. And the wolf licked his leg, and maybe it's healed, maybe it's not. In the meantime, though, while everything is going down, Moraine is like straight up about to die. Like, she's struggling hard, and the worst possible time for her to go into like a little mini coma, just a extended sleep, is when the Trollocs and the Fade catch up to them, and they have to run to this ghost city, and it all looks burnt. Like it looks like it's been charred, like blackish. So the people of this town awakened some sort of evil. I don't know what went down. I think it had something to do with that weird shiny dagger that Matt found, because as soon as he finds that and opens it up and is like, hey, fancy, it's like, okay, everything is going to kill you now. They lose a horse, so that's obviously not good. So they're going to have to saddle up 2 times with one of their friends. And they escaped this town, but probably lost like most of their stuff, so that's not good. They're already struggling to like outrun these Trollocs, but they get out of this town, and everything seems, you know, they're devastated, obviously, because they just barely escape with their lives. But then their friend is here, Nanine, whatever the frick her name is, Nynaeve is here somehow. How the frick did she find them? Maybe the Trollocs took her captive, and, you know, like, while they were chasing the 4 of these people down, they just kind of brought her with. I don't know. And at some point she escaped and is now like, bro, where are my friends? I hate your guts. Because she already doesn't trust her. She didn't trust her from the beginning, so she's going to assume this is all her fault. Yeah, and I guess we will find out what happens next time. Yeah, so next episode, they gotta all like find each other, right? Like they got separated on different sides of this big giant wall, like, so presumably they're all kind of headed in different directions, and they gotta figure out a way to get back to each other and figure out a way to make it to this white tower. We gotta heal Moraine. She needs help. Obviously, we gotta heal Perrin. What else? We gotta figure out how Nynaeve escaped. We have to just kind of like learn more, I guess, about everything that's going down. So yeah, lots of stuff can happen. I'm still really enjoying it. I liked this episode as much as the first. I think this one had more action and more, it was a little quicker paced, right? Because we didn't have to spend time necessarily learning about who each character is and their connections to each other. We just got to really dive into, you know, meat and potatoes of the story. You know, we got to see them interact in ways that are dictated by the story happening and not necessarily dictated by who we're supposed to think these characters are. I don't know if that made sense. You know, first episode, you learn who people are based on the way they interact with each other and the things they do and all that jazz, and the things they say. This one, you learn based off of their actions and how they react to things, and so that was nice. We need to figure out what's going on with Rand. What kind of internal conflict has he got going down? Does Matt still have that dagger, and is it evil? Yeah, lots of stuff still to find out. I'm excited to see the next episode, though. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. That would mean a lot to me. If you liked my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. Helps my videos out a ton. If you are new here, consider hitting subscribe and sticking around, especially if you want to see me react to the rest of the Wheel of Time or any other show that I'm watching on the channel. And then if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, consider supporting me on Patreon. That's where I post all my full, uncut reactions in watch-along format. So if you're interested in that, consider supporting me there. On Patreon, you can become a super supporter and get featured in every single one of my videos. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.